and then feel. So in REM, we talk about the way that the EOS, the emotional operating system, works is that through interoception, feelings come in moment to moment to moment, coming in through the body because of our experiences, both internal and external experiences. They flow through the body like a river of emotion. And that's the metaphor we use. Feelings are transient states of awareness. They're not meant to be permanent. They're transient. And they come in to bring us information that may be helpful. And then as they are experienced and felt, they evaporate on down the river, flow on down the river, and eventually expire. So that in that river, when we don't want to feel them, when we reject them, when we say, no, I don't want to be angry. I'm not an angry person. I'm not going to feel that. That is like putting up a dam, a physical dam in the river of emotion that is flowing, and it comes here, and that dam causes the feeling that we're wanting to get rid of to actually go underground and remain. It can't flow through. And then it settles down into the unconscious, which is in the body, and we forget all about it, but it does damage because now it's invisible. So that, for instance, in REM, the way we approach it in REM is to create floodgates so that these emotions that have gotten stopped by the dam continue to flow in bits and pieces in a way that do not flood us. Because that's what we're afraid of. We're afraid we'll become anger. We're afraid we'll be overwhelmed with our sadness. But the reality is when we actually feel a feeling, it starts to dissipate. So we have skills and tools in REM that teach us how to guide ourselves and our clients to do that. And part of it is expressing. So that when you actually, let's say you breathe, so you're calming down the autonomic nervous system, the anxiety by breathing, controlling the breathing, and then you feel whatever the feeling is. Just allow it without doing anything except feeling it. Because that's what comes first is the sensorial experience of feeling a feeling before we have words for it, because it's nonverbal, remember? So that feeling, as we feel it, then we have greater access to put it into words. So then we can start to express it in an uncensored way. So that it is, like I talk about it, is if emotion is the water and our body is the pitcher, it's like pouring water from the pitcher. So that expression needs to be safe, though. So for instance, dumping anger on somebody that we're in a relationship with is not safe. So that means sitting down and writing a dialogue with them, or just writing whatever's there in a very uncensored way, an emotional, affective way, is pouring the water out safely. So safety is very, very important. Those are the 3 steps that you can use with yourself or others at any time. Okay, anything, Mike, you want to add to that?
I think you covered it, boss.
Okay. Thank you.
You know, when you talk about that, the analogy that always pops into my mind that I like to share is is how this was from the Vipassana meditation experiences. And I sat in silence for 10 days to discover this and realize that this is what Buddha was teaching, that according to their method, this is the Buddha was teaching REM 101 2,500 years ago, that the teaching is that emotions are intangible. You're not going to think your way out of them or through them, and just allow them to flow through your body. So that's why the technique is to simply sit there, scan your body, notice the sensations without reacting to them. That's the practice. And how I could screw that up for 10 days straight, it's not as easy as it sounds, but it's really that simple. But the teaching is that the body will naturally dissipate the negative sensations on its own if we allow them, and the positive sensations will naturally expand if we allow them.